mean food everywhere. But I'm talking about Georgia, USA right now because it is the home of lemon pepper wings, Vidalia onions, Brunswick stew, and a bunch of other random things. Let's get into it. All right, first things first. Lemon pepper wings. If you are chronically online, you know all about lemon pepper wings and it being completely associated with Atlanta. And I wanted to start off with lemon pepper wings because I find I'm personally going to order it every single time I see it on the menu. I refuse to elaborate further. Let me tell you why I love it. It's just because it's good. Like, you get a little bit of tart, you get a little bit of spice, and it's like, ah. But where did it come from? It started in the 80s. The 80s, like, all good things in the 80s, I'm pretty sure drugs were involved, right? You know, I mean, neon, big wild hair, lemon pepper wings, come on. So, the wild part is, I always imagine there's a scenario where they're like, hey man, let me put some lemon on this chicken, just like fish. And somebody's like, oh, tastes okay. Let me put a little pepper on it. And thus it was born. At least that's canon in my head, right? Like, I really do hope that was actually how it went down, because let me tell you, it makes so much sense. But then I realized too that there are other ways that it could have came to be, but all signs point to drugs. I'm sorry. I am sorry to say that, but not sorry. So, lemon pepper has been like a staple for Atlanta. Like, I'm talking about J.R. Cricket's, American Deli, Magic City, all fine eating institutions. And one just happens to be a strip club too. I mean, small details. But it's cool though, because it's like, I love the flavor of it. I've always loved the flavor of lemon pepper, but it never actually clicked. But then I realized, I'm like, well, you know what? We can go further. And so then I know I personally started doing some weird stuff with lemon pepper. Like, I mean, lemon pepper turkey legs. I mean, same premise. I mean, you can't blame me, okay? But there has been some wild, crazy concoctions with lemon pepper. I'm talking lemon pepper matcha. I think that's how you say it. I'm not going back to check because I don't want to embarrass myself. And yeah, but I've also seen lemon pepper burritos. I mean, you take your lemon pepper chicken and you wrap it in a burrito and you serve it. I mean, it's great. It is lovely. I have even experienced lemon pepper pho. Okay, so quick story about that. I actually was really bored and not sober. And I made it. I made it in my kitchen. I'm like, hell yeah. Then I'm like, why am I acting like I'm not from Atlanta? I am not from Atlanta, but man, I swear sometimes I feel like it with the crazy concoctions with lemon pepper. And then I wonder, is like, can we go too far with lemon pepper? Maybe. Now, who am I kidding? We can't go far enough. We cannot go far enough. We are taking lemon pepper to the moon. The moon! Okay. Whatever. It's not important. What is important is that it has become such a staple where even the Atlanta Hawks, even though they canceled it, they were going to have a lemon pepper wings a la Magic City at a game. But, you know, it didn't happen because reasons. You know, I mean, who cares that it was a strip club that was providing the food? Because it's good food. I mean, anytime you can DoorDash from a strip club, you know it's just hitting. But I gotta ask, what is the craziest thing that you've seen with lemon pepper? Because holy crap, I know it's like the imagination goes wild with lemon pepper. I'm talking lemon pepper margaritas, lemon pepper waffles, well, chicken and waffles, but still, you still have the essence of lemon pepper even in the waffle. So it's whatever, okay? But I do appreciate how far people are willing to take it. And to be honest, They don't take it far enough. I think that we need to take it to the limit and then go right past it. But lemon pepper, I will always love you. The next thing on my list, Vidalia onions, okay? Like, if I were an onion, I would love to be named after a whole ass city, because what? Vidalia, Georgia is actually a place in Georgia that has 20, I think it's like 20 counties that are designated official grow area from the Department of Agriculture. I think it's Department. Yeah, I think it happened like in the 80s. Well, some wild stuff happened in the 80s, I tell you. Okay, so get this. So here's the story. So in 1930, or 30-ish or whatever, there was a farmer that planted a bunch of what he thought was onions in Vidalia, Georgia. And the onions were supposed to be hot. Well, because of the sulfuric makeup of the land in that area, it actually came out really, really sweet. I also do gardening, so I don't really know how the two plays together, and I may have to research. But point being is that this guy's like, my onions are not hot enough, and I'm like, holy crap, onions are hot? Can they be hot? I want hot onions. I would love some hot onions, but I digress. And so I think it's kind of funny because, like, there's enough production of Vidalia onions now out of Georgia that they can supply pretty much the whole country, which is insane to me. And I think the shelf life of them is, I want to say 6 months. 6 months or so, give or take. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's all refrigerated and like borderline freezing, but I mean, that's fairly significant for an onion that literally will just grow on your counter and be like, what up? But if you grow Vidalia onions outside of those 20 county designation, it is no longer a Vidalia onion. It's just a sweet onion. Yes, they care about those things, and I don't get it, but I wasn't around to make the decisions, but also in the 80s, you know, they did a lot of things. But speaking of not the 80s, we're going to go to Brunswick, Georgia, because Brunswick, Georgia claims to be the origin place for Brunswick stew. Now, if you have never heard of Brunswick stew, think about Southern gumbo. It's literally a tomato-based soup that's just kind of like, you just throw a bunch of stuff in, and I'm pretty sure every region has their version of that leftover soup because people were poor and they didn't have, you know, there were no curated ingredients. It was just whatever you had on hand. Corn, meat, whatever. Pork, you got it. I know meat, pork, but I get it. Let's not argue about it. But I know that Vidalia onions in Brunswick stew is like Georgia versus Georgia. Maybe I should try it. I'll do a video. So the crazy part about Brunswick, though, is that there's another city that is actually outside of Georgia that claims to be the starter of Brunswick stew. And I think that's like Brunswick, Virginia. Now, Brunswick, Virginia had a start of, I think it was like in the 1838 or something, somewhere in there, where they're like, hey, here's this soup. It's great. And then in the 1860s, down in Georgia, they're like, hey, this soup, it's great. Both of them claim to be the birthplace of Brunswick stew. Now, I mean, I'm pretty sure that it wasn't called that then, but I know that one of them has a statue in their whole city and a cauldron that literally says the birthplace of Brunswick stew. I should look that up. I'm not going to look that up. It doesn't matter. You can look it up if you want to. But the point is that these two cities in the United States are claiming to be the birthplace of the stew, but I've only heard it referenced out of Georgia. Probably because I live here. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. What does matter is we have so many random regional differences. Like, let's be honest, gumbo in New Orleans. We're not talking about New Orleans, but, you know, I'm pretty sure that gumbo in New Orleans and gumbo in elsewhere else, I'm pretty sure they're probably like, nope, not authentic. But we'll talk about Louisiana in another episode of where'd that come from? I actually don't have a name. I should probably figure out a name. Eat Across America. There we go. I'm not actually eating across America. I'm just talking about it. You know what? We'll shop the name later. It doesn't matter. Whatever I post it as is what the name is, and we'll just go with that. But this is the first episode, Georgia. So here's the crazy part about like stuff originating in Georgia. Stuff that's highly addicting. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a brand that was started by the Candler family in Atlanta. And, you know, all roads lead back to Atlanta. Crazy, right? You have brands like Zaxby's, which was originated in Statesboro, Georgia. I mean, who goes to Statesboro, really? Like, I guess you pass through there on the way to Savannah. But, you know, but it's good chicken. Love their salads, as they call them. Then you also have Chick-fil-A, which they have the original locations down south of Atlanta, not exactly Atlanta. So, I mean, but still all roads lead to kind of Atlanta when it comes to food in Georgia. And I'm sure there's a handful of other things. Yeah, the Varsity's here. We don't talk about the Varsity. I guess I have to talk about the Varsity. Fuck. Okay. So the Varsity, for anybody that's not familiar with Atlanta, is the #1 recommended place where people tell tourists to eat. I'm telling you now, it's a trap. It is an absolute trap. If they tell you to go to the Varsity, they do not like you. They do not like you, and they want you to take a rite of passage to eat at the Varsity. Is it good? Well, if the food is fresh, yes. But it's mid. I'm just gonna say it. It's mid. Don't care who. Come at me in the comments right now, because I do not like the Varsity. I walked over a mile from my job on my lunch break to get to the Varsity just because I was so excited to try it. And plus, like, the orange, I think it was like an Orange Julius type of drink. The orange drink was fantastic, but everything else was not. Mid. Don't go there. Or go there. Who cares? It's your money and your taste buds and your calories. Just go. Or not. I'm not going to tell you one way or the other. So, my question is to you. What is your favorite brand that came out of Georgia? What is your favorite food that came out of Georgia? And I'm pretty sure the list is a lot longer than the handful of things that I've talked about. But I know that those are the core things where any... Oh, wait. Don't click off just yet. Peaches and peanuts. I don't know why I didn't think about this. Peaches, peach tree, everything in Atlanta. By the way, whoever did that, yes, I don't care. This is not a for kids channel anyway. But I am fully convinced that the person who named Peachtree everything, and I think that they just wanted to fuck with people, if you want me to be completely frank. You cannot convince me otherwise, because why would you have a Peachtree Street Northeast, Peachtree Industrial Northwest? Why does it have to be a thing? I still have to drive around this city with my GPS because of Peachtree everything. I mean, and let's be honest, there's a lot of companies. Peachtree Cleaners, Peachtree Software. I think Peachtree Software is like from forever ago, but it doesn't matter. And peanuts. So you remember that whole sulfuric acid in southern Georgia? So this is purely southern Georgia. I know I was gonna wrap this up and go, but whatever. I'm going. So peanuts actually thrive better in South Georgia. Now, yes, peanuts have existed for over 5,600 years or so, and its origin is actually in South America. But peaches and peanuts are one thing that came here. And then they just improved. And let's be honest, if it's a cash crop that grows in an area, of course, people are going to be known for that type of thing. And that happens all over the United States, because the United States, it's only a 250-year-old country. So, I mean, whatever. I get it, right? So, circle back to the peaches for a second. I know everybody hates that circle back phrase. I do too, but I don't know why I said it. Habit. But peaches actually originated in they came from China by way of a monk, the 1500s, and brought to this area. And what ended up happening is that this one random farmer in the 1800s, I could not tell you the year, but basically he's like, I like peaches, but we can make it better. So the skin got harder And I'm thinking that it just got bred for, like left on the tree a lot longer, and just intentionally bred that way. So that way you can have the peach pulled off of, oh, look, my Instant Pot dinner's done. Rude. All right. So the peach basically got firmer. It got better for transport and things like that. And thus the whole peach fiasco. Now the wild part is, keep in mind, I am not from or born in Georgia. South Carolina and California actually outproduces Georgia for peaches. Yet this is the peach state. Even in South Carolina, they got a big old thing on the side of the freeway, like a big old peachy butt that you can see on 85. And it's great. I consider that more of the peach state than anything else. However, Georgia's still the peach state. I mean, there's no real arguing. It's kind of like taking a crop and just saying, I am forcing you to be mine. Also with the peanuts. But anyway, like, share, comment, and drop it in below. Where do you want me to look at next? Because I would love to take full advantage on learning about your state. Or hell, even your country, or city, whatever. It's all good. Let me know.